Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Broken Roads with me, Bring It Don. Let's speak to Don and Connor McCabe. You've been sleeping since all that crap outside the pub went down? She rubs her eyes. I've been having these awful nightmares. Keep thinking I'm hearing someone creeping up on me in the dark. She shudders. I wake up just as that horrible noise and the pulsating lights start. Rinse and repeat. Those nightmares sound awful. Does anything help? Staying in here. Not being able to see the sky helps. So does knowing there's only one entrance. But the silence makes it worse. So 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They said they're going to send me back onto patrol once McCabe's trial is over. They try to put me anywhere in the open. I'm leaving. I don't care if they try to shoot me when I run. Anything will be better than living like this. I heard Hogan said he was going to release deados from their contracts entirely. True. I might have to update my opinion on the jerk. How's everything been since the attack? She rubs her red eyes. Terrible. Jason's run off with the fairies, and I'm stuck here working. Reckon I fell asleep standing the other day. Can I invoke Clause 42 again, to get you to step outside? Yeah, that only works on people who don't know the whole system's rigged. Like Jace. Poor bastard. You trying it on does make me hate you a little bit though, so there's that. Bye. Yep. He reaches through the bars. Hey you. You want to know where Scott Measure went, right? Get me out of here, and I'll tell you. Stop that. She sounds bored, tired, and mad about it. You can't ask every Tom, Dick, and Harry to get you out. You're awaiting trial. A familiar voice wheedles from the shadows. Can I ask every Thomas, Richard, and Harold? You can shut your gob. That's what you can do. I'll help you. What's the plan? He scratches flecks off the newly soldered hinges and lowers his voice to a whisper. Crappy job, eh? Measure's contraption melted this steel like butter. Reckon you could get through him with a little heat or pressure now. It's either that or $500 cash for bail. Celia, my wife. She'll give you whatever you need. Just go to Westonia. He hesitates, then looks away. And if you see my kids, tell them Daddy loves them, and I can't wait to kiss their silly little heads. Sit tight. I'll be back. Not much else I can do. Any luck what I asked you to do. Bye. Time is of the essence, eh, mate? We meet again, soft heart. His voice is a purr. Care to bless me with your benevolence once more? You again. He smiles his pointy-toothed smile. Me forever. What do you need? Out. He gestures you closer. Before Governor Smith sends me home to become a meal. What did you do this time? I borrowed some clothes, and some food, and a gun, and the governor's ring. Did you know she wears gold plate? He shakes his head in despair. It's a sad world where you can't even... Where you can't even hawk the governor's jewelry. Are you saying Pris will eat you if you get sent back to Ardeth? His voice is a whisper. She ate Gary. The old Gary. Always gotta have a Gary. Never know when you might be feeling peckish. He giggles, a feverish light in his eyes. After that, he hung around for weeks. Bye. Not like old Gary. He merely smiles. Don't leave me hanging. She lets out a long yawn. Sorry, haven't slept well these past few nights. Yeah, I guess we should go check on his family first since it's optional. Not sure which vendor sells a saw, if any in this town do. He just sells food. I'm pretty sure he sells food too, but we'll double check. And then I think it's time to leave. I think we spoke to everybody that we could check in with. It's also possible Celia would give us the saw that we need to break Connor out. I don't know if we're in a time limit for that. They must gather your mates before venturing forth. Select 4 companions. Oh, you can add... Okay, I didn't realize, like, Jess would be one. I'm gonna bring Sean. He's my bro. I will grab Ella and Mad and DJ, because we're gonna go to Porto first anyway. So that's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so here's Meriden. There's Corda. So we're gonna go by Westonia and check in on what's-his-face's family. We've been to the plane crash, we don't need to go back there. There's Brookton. Okay, we're gonna go north and east first. Oh, we can level them up. Cool. Alright, so Sean, what is your primary stats? Intelligence. Give you a little bit more strength. Well, he's a shooter. I'm thinking awareness is probably better. We'll get this up to 60. Biology to 50. What does that add? So it goes from 10 to 15% chance that the restorative item won't be used up. And at this rank, characters can also revive downed allies. Killing an ally gains a 25% chance to grant them the vivacious condition. I don't really care if he has leadership or not, so... 3 points here and 3 points here. Try to shore up that weakness. And then her, she's also a shooter. I'm going to get that up to 60 first thing. Also awareness. Deadeye to 30. And vigilance to 40. And Mad will do Barbican, melee mastery. I resolve to 10. Get that to 70 and this to 60. An appointed opportunist, I guess. And DJ. Also a shooter. I'm going to pump his intelligence up to 10. His biology up to 50. And a couple points in shooting mastery. Oh, there's another level. Okay. I'll try to get his awareness up a bit. Let's go and get this to 50, the upgrade. So characters gain a 50% damage with ranged weapons and a 5% bonus to critical hit chance. The rest of this will go to biology. Oh, alright, it's gonna keep going. Fine. Get that to 70. And that to 53. Sure. It looks like we did not make it in time. I did not take this in before we started leveling. Looks like whoever did this also torched the vehicle so survivors would have no way to run. Oh. Oh gosh. Well, that's fitting. From the ashes, a song. As the train pulled away from the platform, Vivian promised to find love inside herself before she searched for it in others. Page 198. As horrible as it is to look at, the stench is even worse. But at first you take for rust, you only slowly realize it's blood. The Republic. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Page 15. But a bloody waste of a good pub. Yeah, I think we should go let them know what happened. Alright, Raider Party. You've been waylaid by right bastards and must defend yourself. Not gonna flee? Never run in the face of adversity. Or Raider scum. Tough encounters. While the world is free for you to explore, you may find yourself struggling to complete certain quests or combat scenarios. You can always try again later at higher level, or with better gear. As you progress, more difficult encounters may also appear in previously visited locations. So I'm assuming like Brookton will probably have raiders there now. Okay. Healing. While in combat, you can use healing items to heal yourself and your companions. To heal, you must select a healing item on the radio wheel, then use left click when hovering over yourself or a team member when close enough to them.
Oh!
Ow. What does she have? We also have Sprint, Intimidate, Barbican. That's it. It's gonna swing. Eventually start landing some of my attacks. That'd be great. 80%, 89, 91. That's the way to go. Hang in there, buddy. I'll try this out. Nice. We'll collapse on this guy. I think I'm gonna use Sprint here and get to him. That's why she needs to reload.
Oh.
Not sure why I can't hack this guy. I'm out of AP because that's right. Alright, that was a pretty rough little fight. I don't think that the skill menu is very intuitive. I do want to give him a longer range weapon. And I can keep a pistol. I'm not going to put him in melee if I can help it. I'll take a look around. I'm suspecting that there's not going to be anything to find in random encounters. That's how most CRPGs are. Unless it's a predetermined random encounter, like a quest-related one. Yeah, I don't see anything. Fair enough. Alright, let's continue back to Meriden. And let Connor know what we found. Plus we can sell some of the weapons we picked up. And possibly get some better equipment. Like one of those fancy hats. I did not like seeing all those red notifications on the side. It's all stuff to her. That, or that, or that. Only 152. That is enough for one of the bulletproof vests. Do I want that though, or do I want to save up for the hat? I don't think the hat's going anywhere, so let's buy a bulletproof vest. So +1 to awareness and 10 hit points, intelligence and hit points, or strength and hit points. So I'm gonna buy this for my main character. Really wish they changed your appearance though. Probably also look into getting a better weapon. The knife is fine because I don't have a lot of action points anyway. Any luck on what I asked you to do? Westonia is gone. I'm sorry. His eyes blaze with anger. Haha, yeah. Not funny, mate. It takes a moment before the fear sets in. When it does, he looks at you like a man drowning. No. When you don't reply, he raises his voice. No. He hits the bar with his hands and screams, a primal wordless rage. Then he collapses in on himself, sobbing on the filthy, broken floor. Hey man, hey. It's gonna be alright. So I'm guessing Dead Ringer's gonna keep popping up here and there, and eventually we'll be able to add him to our party. Not sure where we can find a small slot though. Let's head back out. We're gonna head towards Corda and all that to try and save Mick's life. It's a good rest to get our health back. So who are the other two? Oh, Adam and Sean. Oh, sorry, Adam and Jess. Alright, so we go to Southern Cross and then Corda. So these two different options. try and do both. Halt. The voice bellows at you in the shimmering desert air, resounding from the dizzying heights of the concrete walls that stretch to the horizon on either side of the road. Who goes there? I'm Don D, and these are my traveling companions. Oi. He fixes you with a glare. I'm no one's companion. I go where I want. Just so happens to be the same place as you sometimes. Good enough. Answer me these questions 3. You seek the wisdom of Crux. Bring it on. Then let us begin with biology. How many newtons are required to break a human sternum? Approximately 4,000 newtons. Correct. We shall now move on to physics. What is the melting point of aluminum? Sorry, aluminium. Not how we say it over here. I have no idea. Insufficient response. Are you kidding me? DJ, step up. Behold, you have returned. We're up to the category of physics. What is the melting point of aluminium? Our mate's got bleeding on the brain. Do you have anything that could help? We very well may. You have to gain entry to Crux to find out. Fine, ask your questions. Alright, already read that. What is the airspeed of an unladen European swallow? Mate, what the heck are you talking about? We live in Australia. Correct. That's our final and most feared category. General knowledge. What is a bushman's clock? Oh. He's got his arm up in the air like the keenest kid in school. I know. A laughing kookaburra. Correct. The brief blare of some kind of party horn momentarily deafens you. See through the gates. Welcome to Southern Cross. Enter Southern Cross. What a goofy way to enter the city. Behold, you have returned. Hey. His small smile is confident, but not quite arrogant. Sorry about that whole rigmarole. We get a lot of people who just want to have a sticky beak inside the walls. Some of them are genuinely curious, but others have been... Lets the silence fill your imagination with unspeakable past events before he continues. Anyway, we try to be careful, that's all. Some of those questions are pretty ridiculous. He grins. Yeah, fun butt. Anyway, he opens his arms, indicating the city behind him. Let me be the first to welcome you to our humble scientific community. He points past a dilapidated greenhouse to a man standing next to a brook-laden camper van. Sorry, a book, not Brooke. That's Anthony, resident book lover and ad hoc schoolteacher. Next up is Lily, dreamer and seamstress. Keeps to herself mostly. She's our newest resident, so she's still figuring out the ropes. And then there's me, Maddie. Gives you a grin and shakes your hand. Geologist by training, jack of all trades by circumstance. I keep the place running and handle what the locals call personal disputes. Sorry, personnel disputes, not personal. He leans in conspiratorially. That's fancy academic speak for adults throwing tantrums. How come you're the guy who keeps the place running? Ah, he stretches with forced nonchalance. I've been here the longest, so I know how everything works. And I don't need a dedicated lab, since a lot of my research can be done in the field. His expression darkens. Not that I get a lot of time outside the walls anymore. Why would adults be throwing tantrums? He gives you a smile, one shade short of condescension. You've never been in academia, have you? Tell me about Southern Cross. A history buff, huh? He points to the roundabout in the center of town. Used to be the Yilgarn History Museum just over there. Wonderful place, full of local paraphernalia. People donated all kinds of things, from old mine workings to typewriters and radios. Local fellow named Lance Stevens dedicated himself to writing up the comings and goings of the residents of Yilgarn Shire, back in the pre-war days. Now this. He directs your gaze towards the hive-like mass of concrete prefabs that dominates the visible horizon. Government needed to chuck up housing in a hurry when they built that particle accelerator at Cal's old super pit. I figured they'd do it smart and cheap. Took a leaf out of Most Safdie's book. Of course, bureaucracy being what it is, the place was still only about 60% complete when the bombs dropped. The rest of the prefabs are strewn between here and Perth at various substations. Meriden got left with a few, I think. He looks at the cityscape fondly. We've got our own share of abandoned dreams, but this place is made for him. We like it here anyway. Who's Moshe Safdie? World-renowned architect. He stacked concrete prefabs just like these in some place called Montreal. The pre-war government liked it because it was cheap, but they didn't put much effort into the overall design. How long have you lived here? Just about all my life. He looks up at the cloudless sky. My mom brought me here when I was still in nappies, and I wasn't a late bloomer or anything. Not some 8-year-old with an underbite and a bedwetting problem. Not like some people I could name. He smiles in an attempt to be disarming that merely comes across as wolfish. It's been a good 40-something years I've been mending things inside these walls, I reckon. Let's trade. An axe handle. A sad excuse for a cricket bat. And a red safety vest. $205. It's $450. I'm not going to rent the room yet. Maybe before we leave. Alright, bye. Rock on. Good to see you. He gives you a friendly nod. Alright, we'll take a look around Southern Cross next time. But for now, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, nope. Wait, we leveled up. Let's take care of that real quick. Alright, let's put 1 point into agility. That may be where we stop. And focus more on charisma and strength. But we'll go ahead and get this up to 70. This to 50. So low cover provided by this character also grants 20% damage reduction to companions. And a point to leadership. Then Sean, we'll get this up to 70. A point to awareness. Yeah, we'll do that. DJ, get this up to, past 75. So whenever an ally collapses in combat, this character gains an additional 2 MP at the start of their next turn. That boosts his intelligence a little bit more as well. Oh, a tune. What's this? Oh, you unlock something after you have so many points? Is that what this is? Oh no, he also has magic. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize these were down here. So the upgrades for this, like an unstoppable wombat, plow through life's obstacles, charge through enemies with a chance to knock them down. So character charges in a direction for 12 meters, hitting any enemies within melee range for 50% damage. Oh, sorry, plus 50% damage. Increases damage dealt by this ability by 0.5% per level of steamroll. Any characters hit with this ability have a 20% chance to get knocked down, skipping their next turn. Does not trigger attacks of opportunity or attacks from enemies using vigilance. Ends character's turn. Withstand. Like the sturdy echidna, protect yourself from harm. Generate a protective barrier around yourself or a nearby ally, reducing damage taken from all sources. This barrier can also cleanse and resist negative status conditions. Character generates a protective barrier around themselves or a nearby ally within 6 meters until this character's next turn. Increase the amount of damage that is absorbed by this ability, as well as the chance to resist a negative status condition by 1% per withstand level. Protected characters can no longer be knocked down. And he has a tune. Like the Hush Possum, gain control of mysterious powers. Attune to the power around you, increasing the effectiveness of other magic skills. While attuned, casting magic causes you to overload, causing an explosion that damages you and those around you. Attunes a player when used. Whenever this character uses a magic ability while attuned, they overload afterwards, resulting in an explosion that deals 0.2 magic damage per attune level to this character, as well as any others within a 1 meter radius. Increases overload damage done to the caster and allies by 50%. There's a 10% chance enemies will be knocked back 1 meter after being hit with overload. Attunement lasts until this character uses this ability again. 0 AP. Overloads or if they collapse. Okay. Interesting. Alright, I'm just going to put all of her points. Well, we'll do 70 and 5. Oh yeah, and awareness. For some more strength, melee mastery up to past 75. The characters gain 20% damage with melee weapons and a 10% bonus to critical hit chance. They also gain +5 to initiative when equipped with a melee weapon. Cool. I wonder what the max level is. I have plans for all these characters, but I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it. We'll see. Alright, but like I was saying earlier, I'm going to call it here. Next time we'll explore Southern Cross, and possibly continue to Corda. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.